Stanford professor Scott Sagan once said something that every investor should hang on their wall. Things that have never happened before happen all the time. Most of us treat history like a map. We study the Great Depression, the 2008 crash, and the dot-com bubble as if they are a perfect guide for what comes next. But there is a deep irony here. History is the study of surprising events. Yet, we use it as if those surprises will never happen again. This is the historian as prophet fallacy, the dangerous belief that past data is a perfect signal for future conditions in a world fueled by innovation and chaos. You can't blame people for wanting to use history. In hard sciences, it works. A kidney operates the same way in 2026 as it did in 1026. Geologists can look at 1 billion years of data and tell you how the Earth behaves because rocks don't have opinions. But investing? Investing is a massive group of people making imperfect decisions based on limited information and massive amounts of emotion. The great physicist Richard Feynman once said, "Imagine how much harder physics would be if electrons had feelings." In the economy, the electrons have plenty of feelings. They get greedy, they get paranoid, and they change their stories. The invisible hand of the market hates anything staying too good or too bad for too long. It carries a sledgehammer, and it is constantly smashing the status quo. If you rely too heavily on history, you will miss the tail events, the outliers that move the needle the most. Think about the billions of people born in the last 2 centuries. If just 7 of them, people like Adolf Hitler, Bill Gates, or Martin Luther King, had never existed, the world as you know it would be unrecognizable. That is a fraction of the population dictating the entire direction of humanity. The same applies to events. Take September 11th. It wasn't just a tragedy. It prompted the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates, which helped fuel a housing bubble, which led to a global financial crisis, which eventually led to the $1.6 trillion student loan debt we see today. It's not intuitive to link 19 hijackers to a student's debt in 2026, but that's how a world driven by outliers works. We often use the worst-case scenarios of the past to prepare for the future. But the Great Depression was unprecedented when it happened. In Pharaonic Egypt, scribes tracked the high-water mark of the Nile to predict future floods. In 2011, the Fukushima nuclear reactor was built to withstand the worst past earthquake. Both failed because they assumed the future would have the decency to respect the boundaries of the past. History is also a misleading guide because the world evolves structurally. The 401k is barely 40 years old. Venture capital, the engine of the modern economy, hardly existed a generation ago. Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, once noted that in his early days, there was no such thing as venture capital. You just begged risk-averse bankers for a loan. The S&P 500 didn't even include financial stocks until 1976. Technology stocks were non-existent 50 years ago. Today, they're the heartbeat of the market. The gap between recessions has stretched from 2 years in the 1800s to over 12 years recently. Things clearly changed, and no one proves this better than the father of value investing himself, Benjamin Graham. Benjamin Graham's The Intelligent Investor is considered the Bible of finance. It gives step-by-step formulas for getting rich. But if you try to use those formulas in 2026, you will likely go broke or own nothing. Was Graham wrong? No, he was a practitioner. Between 1934 and 1972, he revised his book 4 times. In every new edition, he threw out his old formulas and said, "These don't work anymore. Here are the new ones." Shortly before he died, Graham admitted he no longer favored the elaborate stock analysis that made him famous. Why? Because the situation changed. Competition grew, technology made information instant, and the economy shifted from factories to software. The further back in history you look, the more likely you are to be examining a world that no longer exists. So, should we ignore history? Of course not. But there is a nuance. The further back you look, the more general your takeaways should be. History is a brilliant guide for understanding people's relationship with greed, fear, and stress. Human nature doesn't change. But for specific trends, sectors, and causal relationships, history is just an example of evolution and progress. The most important events of the future, the things that will actually move the needle, will be unprecedented. They will have no guide in the history books. As Daniel Kahneman said, the correct lesson to learn from surprises is that the world is surprising. Don't use past surprises as a guide to future boundaries. Use them as an admission that we have no idea what might happen next. In the next video, we're going to look at the one thing that helps you survive a world that refuses to follow the script, the margin of safety. I'll see you there.